everyone. Had a meeting with a new client yesterday who had some pretty good questions. And first off, I'm happy when people reach out before they do things. Believe it or not, we have many people that go to start a business, follow all the steps that they think they need to follow, and it turns out that half the stuff that they got, whether it be GST numbers, payroll numbers, incorporation papers, they just didn't need. So it's important to go and talk to your advisors, your accountants, to see exactly what you need. So our conversation yesterday was about two things: whether to incorporate or not, and GST. So GST, you can register for GST voluntarily, but you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to register for GST until your sales reach $30,000 in the last 4 consecutive regular calendar quarters. Now, it sounds confusing, but what it means is, regular calendar quarters: January to March, April to June, July to September, October to December. Those are your regular calendar quarters. So in this case, if you started a business today, which is November 4th, you would be in Q4 of 2020. So you would start counting your sales now, and you would add them up until September 30th of 2021. And as soon as you reach 30,000 within that time period, then you would be required to register for GST. So if you didn't reach 30,000 that time period, then you would continue that on and include only Q1 to Q4 of 2021, and so on and so on. If you're unsure, again, just check with your accountant. They will know exactly what to do and when to register. Okay. Now, incorporating a business, it is much easier to go from a proprietorship to a corporation. It is not easy to go from a corporation to a proprietorship, or I should say it's not as easy to go from a corporation to a proprietorship. And believe it or not, we have people getting advice from, what they assume are the professionals, people that work in the industry, that the ones that are incorporating when businesses come into, say, the license center or something like that, that are getting advice to incorporate. When they say they need to register a company, what most people mean is to register a trade name. And what sometimes they're advised to do, and this has happened on multiple occasions, what they're advised to do is pay the $500 or whatever it is and get a numbered company. Now, that's a corporation, and if you didn't intend to get a corporation, that's a mistake. Okay? So be careful of the advice that you are receiving. It may not be the proper advice. If you want to be sure, go ahead and ask 2 or 3 different people. Okay? And make sure you're getting the same advice. I mean, if we're talking getting advice, over and over and over again, that's what we do when we phone the CRA. If we have a question that we can't find a straight answer to, we will phone and try to talk to a senior agent, and we will do that multiple times just to make sure we're getting the same answer across the board. So unfortunately, there's a lot of wrong information out there, and a lot of times people don't actually understand what they are doing or what they're talking about. So, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I hope that helps. Make sure you get some advice if you're going to start a new business. I mean, we're COVID times here. People are losing their jobs. People are struggling to make ends meet. People are starting businesses. I mean, I get that. I talk to other people in the lending industry, and businesses are starting up more and more every day in order to supplement people's income, and I completely get that. Make sure, though, that you're getting the proper advice that you need, and you're not making any mistakes. And again, like in my prior video, that advice should be free. It should never cost you anything. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your friends. And be well.